Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, as you can see, I am a level 50 Paladin. So, we are going to be starting the tank trek. Obviously these are going to be, you know how it goes, these are the Paladin, Gladiator Paladin quests from 1 to 50. So, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you in just a little bit. Alright, we are ready to begin our role for Gladiator. So, Lulutsu, I would like to join, please. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild adventure. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be written in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know that admission to the guild is free of charge. Yes, I do. I had marked you as a woman of action. I am pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us, and you must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing to and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take it to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Coliseum is the only most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast to one day allow him to claim a seat of the syndicate? Ah, there is not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with the sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst the roaring of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. Yes. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? I am all ready to go. A decision you shan't regret. One moment, make way for Cecil Rye. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to the first sword, Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Alright. I heard Lulutsu, so you're Cecil Rye. Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. So, you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all of the weapons. Perhaps you think it easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Coliseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Cecila, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? Yes, that's why I came. And welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Consider it a gift if you like. Now, wear it on your hip as I do, and show me you're ready to begin your training. Oh boy, Gladiator's unlocked! Yippee for me! Oh. Wait, do I have this yet? Okay, I do. Another card from my collection for when the Make It Rain campaign starts. Alright. Throw that on there. Make a new gear set. And I'm ready to go. I'll worry about everything else later. Amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture. You're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when you're finished. Oh, and use your sword, Cecila. I'm a gladiator, and I aim to train you as one. Now go. Well, duh. All right, I will be back once I've killed all them. Once I've killed all those. All right, Myla, I've killed your monsters. I'm level 5. I got my glamour set up. What'd you think? Welcome back, Cecila. I take it you've dispatched the beast and with ease. With every swing and thrust, you gain valuable experience. You must remember and reflect on each one if you are to recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding all else. Until then, Cecila, I'm already there. Cecila, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close distance, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents to attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and trust in your stock constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task I'd have you perform. It just so happens that Mamodi of the Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of Laminson marauders is paraded into the town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak and will turn tail and flee at the first sign of defiance. They need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Luminsons and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder!" In this way, you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. Oh, okay. That sounds like a simple task to do. Let's do it. I also got a new fancy sword too to go along with my stuff. Get rid of that ugly ass Gladius. Alright, I need to. I don't know why I didn't get the I don't know why I didn't do the Aetherite. Adventures Guild. Alright. And I don't have my keyboard. Great. I guess I'm doing this. I don't know if this would intimidate them. What? You blame me because this little shit shat his own pants? Well, bugger him, and bugger you too. Again, that. I mean, that's kind. Whatever. You know your friend here's a 12 damn cheat? Think he can charge us more in cause we're foreigners? But he'll get it on his own back. Mark me words. Alright, Marauder. You beating up people in the alleys now? How low have they fallen? Oh, come on now. He was disrespecting me, proud seal of heritage. Pfft, fine, I'll leave the bastard be, but we ain't finished. Sir! The hell's your problem? Maybe she likes her men rough. What are you supposed to be? A bling lady in waiting? Bah, it don't matter. Your gun spoiled the mood. Clearly she does not like her men rough. Just who the hell do you think you're speaking to, maggot? I don't know who you're fucking. I'm Merle. I'm going with that. The driven and me bloody marauders have been reaving so long. My mother scare their children when it tells about us. Don't believe me words. Then I'll let me axe to the talking. Really? Already? Oh, this is lively even for the quicksand. You two going to put on a show for us? Who's this guy? What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to Merle, the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody mummers of some such. I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to split your skull with me axe, you better. Oh, fancy sword. That sword! It can't be. Frenzy? But only the sword of Naldwood. Bloody hells, it's you! You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. Who the hell's this guy? Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Lominson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then, that hardly concerns you. These days, I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city, this wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Well then. You know where he's going. I swear, if I hadn't seen all this with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Cecilla, do me a favor and don't tell Mila about meeting Aldous, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk ain't good for one another. Oh boy. Apparently they have some history. Alright, off to the gladiators. I've already heard of your exploit to the quicksand, Cecilla. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Last, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through the Scorpion Crossing. It seems words do not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Cecilla. Head to Western Thanalan and see that Farm Merle and the Driven, all those who have shared in his crimes, and never to trouble the people of Ul'dah again. Yeesh. Man, shit's already going down. I'm being reminded as a rogue. Alright. Alright, They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. Where'd they go? Let's go fight them. You guys don't learn. Alright. Mr. Driven. Now you die. That's what you get. Okay. Okay, I got everything. I got all your stuff back, guy. 12, bless you, adventurer. Born for good women like you, I'd never leave home. Alright. Good, it is finished. And with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponents you'll face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you'll do well. Master your sword and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training, Sissa. We will speak again. Okay. And I got a level out of it too. Nice! Alright, so that is the level 1 through 5 quests. We will be back when we are level 10. Alright, we are level 11. So Mila, what would you have me do now? You look well, Sissa. I hope you're ready for your next task, because I require immediate assistance. There have been several violent murders recently, the victims of which they're all Hurrian men. Based on the multiple spear wounds found upon the bodies of the deceased, we believe that Lance are responsible for the crimes. Not only are these murders a blight upon our city, I fear it is only a matter of time before one of our own is targeted. I have just received reports of foreign lancers skulking about in Stone's Throw. Considering the circumstances, I find it likely that these are our culprits. We cannot abide any more murders. Go to Stone's Throw outside the Gate of Nald and speak with any you find in the area. With luck, you may find these lancers before they strike again. Alright, outside the gates of Nald, huh? I can do that. As you can see, I'm rocking the Horsefant shield. When it comes to shields in this game, there are not a whole lot of shields that I really like the looks of. So, finding good shield glamour is very hard for me. There is a glamour where you can make the shield invisible, like with the Emperor's, like the Emperor attire. But I kind of don't want to do that. I can't do it anyway because I think it's like 100,000 MGP from the Gold Saucer, and I don't have 100,000 yet. Maybe when the Make It Rain campaign starts, I will. Well, I definitely will. But I think that's still a couple weeks away. But I'll rock the Horsefant shield. Don't kill me, please! I'm not the one you want! What's going on here? You're right. Thank you. They appeared out of nowhere and asked me if I was Aldous at Spear Point. I said no, but they attacked me anyway. Well, what did I do to deserve this? Oh. Oh boy. Alright. Well, apparently people are on the hunt for Aldous. Guy's very popular. Where's my Moogle at? My companion. I'm getting there. Once I finish off the defender skill tree, I'll work on the healer. I can always re-roll it too, because there's an island where you can re-roll the stats for the Chocobo. So, I could do that, but I'm so close to finishing defender. So they were indeed murderers we sought. But what brought Duskwhite freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why are they murdering Hurrian men with swords? For a sword! What is it? Lancers for a sword! A gang of them hiding in the tunnels south of Blackbrush Station. Seems we're not rid of them yet. Sus, they might as well finish what you started. Go to Central Thanel and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Cecila. See that she doesn't die. Well, I can't keep the last from getting skewered, but I'll patch her up best I can. Cecila, defend Bruce. He knows powerful healing magics, but he cannot employ them unless you keep all your enemies occupied. Make sure you command your full attention at all times. I am counting on you to keep those bastards away from me. Watch me back and I'll watch yours. You have your orders, gladiators. Send those freelancers to the 7th gate. Alright. Well, considering I'm not really doing it, I don't really need a tank right now. I mean, I could always re-roll my chocobo for the healer tree. Oh wait, I got a black brush. I can always do that. I think you can buy the item from your grand company vendor. I mean, I got plenty of seals for it. Okay. Let's do it. So many Dustblade freelancers! Get these bastards off me! If I die, you die! Ha! Bats is making me break a sweat. Oh, looks like someone's pissing his peas porridge. Well, that was fun. Looks like we're done here. Let's head home, Cecila. I could use a drink. Okay. That was a fun ordeal. I remember back when I first started Gladiator, I think I died like 1 or 2 times in this. This was back before I had lots of gil on hand where I can afford gear. And yeah, those are some pretty dark days. Alright, Mila. Congratulations on a job well done, Cecila. Bruce says you acquitted yourself well. I must say, you have shown tremendous growth since you joined us. I wanted to ask you. Bruce believes the freelancers were out for a bounty. What is your opinion on this, Cecila? They were I guess I better come clean before it comes out. They were tracking a man named Aldous. Aldous? I assume that is a name you heard. He's He's alive? But how? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the level 15 quest. So, I will see you then. Alright, we are at level 16. So, Mila, with the news of all this, what would you have me do now? The old familiar feeling. Hail, Cecilla, you come at a good time. I have another task I wish to assign you. The Immortal Flames and the Brass Blades have both requested the Guild's assistance to maintain security at Camp Drybone, a vital outpost along the Royal Allegan Sunway. The Amalja have been raiding caravans with reckless abandon, creating a significant disruption in trade. Old Dot has a long, troubled history with the Amalja, so raids are not unheard of. However, this recent escalation must be addressed. Go to Camp Drybone and search for these raiders, Cecilla. I've already dispatched other gladiators to patrol the region, so I suggest you speak with one for more information. Alright. I can do that. Let's go see our guildmate way over here out yonder. You're right, sir. Get down, they're still here. Woo! Alright, you're right, sir. No, don't worry, sister, I'll be fine. Though maybe not when the first sword is done with me, eh? Go and tell her that the Malza are dead. Leave the merchant to me. You sure you can handle it? Look pretty wounded there. Alright. If you say so. I knew I was right to send you, Cecilla. You've done us proud. 7 hells, this place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on a sword blade like this? All this? You remember me. How goes it, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster? You. Good to see you too, Mila, my dear. You're more beautiful than I remember. You're alive? Where have you been all these years? Answer me! Me? Well, if you must know, I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. Damn it, Aldous, this is serious! We all thought you were dead! And for you to walk in here as though nothing ever happened, have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down here where you stand. Oh, that's the Mile I remember. All fire and brimstone. I knew that pretty face could still contort itself into some terrifying shapes. Ah, don't pout, girl. I'm just having fun. But as you wish, I'll go. Salsa, was it? Why don't you join me at the quicksand? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. Oh. There's some history between these two. Alright, let's go see what he wants. That's not where I wanted to go. Oh, there's a thing. Man, Gladiator is so full of action. It's like Rogue all over again, except with less story. Oh, you came. Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Mila. The Sword of Null back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Cecilla, you're good with the sword, that's plain to see. But more than that, you got purpose. There's a fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize a kindred spirit. It's a fancy sword. Geralt named her Frenzy. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged for Colosseum champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Cecilla, The hells? Modi. She's like, oh, not again. Aldous, sort of no. We've come for your head. If you do that, then how the hell am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool. Prepare to meet your maker. Well, ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorless fellows? Up for a bit of fun, Cecilla. I'll lead, you follow. Well, fight in the pub. Watch closely now, Cecilla. I'll show you how a Colosseum champion fights. Man's like way stronger than me. Is that all you got? Try to keep up, boys. Man, by the time I killed one, he's already killed like 3 or 4. Those weaklings are all yours, Cecilla. Well, thanks for that. Alright, that's the sort of sport I crave. Watch their eyes, Cecilla, not their hands. Well, that was fun. Didn't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Let's continue this another time, shall we? I need to find a new place to drink. One with more attractive a company than this sorry lot. Well, that was quite an ordeal. All right. That's not where I wanted to go. I've already been here. My adventures here are already done. My apologies, Cecila. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but when that idiot arrived, I completely forgot. He's just so infuriating. The shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without the need of our ranged weaponry. Since we gladiators are primarily close-range fighters, the ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field, Cecila. I'm not gonna tell him about our little brawl in the pub. No? Okay. I'll give it to myself then. Nice. Okay. So yeah, that was interesting. We'll be back when we're level 20. Alright, we are level 21. Myla. What's my next task, lady? Cecil, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded, and I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. May even be a trap to lure more of us into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When last he contacted us by link pearl, he said he tried to seek shelter by the coffer and coffin. Take this potion and search for him there. Sounds like a trap to me. Alright. Let's see if I can't find our wounded ally. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Are you alright, sir? Help me. I can't feel my... Here you go. Thank you, sister. And how it happened so fast? Oh, by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Let's go find out. Let's go question some people. The fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. Was alone as I recall. You say he's wounded? Thought he was just drunk. Oh, yeah, you're observant. Alright, that was a bust. How about you? Suspicious characters? Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man in the silver bazaar. Does that help? It certainly does. Suspicious information. We're still looking for him, for my buddy Aldiz. I already forgot his name. Purple robe? That sounds familiar. It was him, I swear it. Did you find anything else? I found this. Picked this up at the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be as Wyman could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's a bespectacled bloke who always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wyman. He's sure to know something about it. Classic old merchants. Alright, let's go find them. Well now, if it ain't Cecila, everybody's favorite adventurer. I hear you threw your lot in with the Gladiators. A questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Oi, put that thing away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells did you get one of those rings? What, you don't recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since old Daw's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alcoran. Word is, they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and gods know who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into. Understood? Well, thanks, guy. You didn't help me at all. I'm sure that dialogue would be different if you're like if you're like a fresh gladiator. Now I don't know if the dialogue that I got from that is referencing to what's currently going on in the game where I'm at. But yeah. Oh, Cecil, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked. His attackers may be headed to the Silver Bazaar. The Silver Bazaar? Then it must be the same gang of ruffians. One of our comrades returned from Stonestone moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Cecil. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate in all one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldiz? I told you never to come here again. You couldn't sit idly by while you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Myla, responsible guildmaster, would never risk the lives of her charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Lila, listen to me. This is the Alacron you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Myla. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thandalin. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own. Is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave Aldis. Aldi. 7 years! Do you have any idea what you put me through? Myla. I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Myla, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out! Alright. Save some of that for the Alacron. But do not try not to let Cecil Kier come to harm while you're at it. Yeesh. Well, whatever her reasons are, clearly, she doesn't like him. It's so foggy. Nope, I'm gonna slow past it. There you are, Cecil. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Let's do it. Stay focused. Choose your target and finish him. There's so many of them. Jeez. The Conjurers are the greatest threats. The others can wait. I'm only one step ahead of you. Oh, there's another one. Thaumaturges, gods have always hated mages. Finish them before they can cast again. That was fun. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. Uh-oh. Who's this guy? What? But why would you be? Leave them to us for a sword. Oh, they're dead. No, stop! Oh. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the first sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zana. Our business here is over. What have you done, Leovold? For a sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Well then. It's the twin sword of the frenzy. Give me a moment, Cecila. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew all this? That Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Nal Thal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the bow of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I will be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldi? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man. I'm only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila. I promise. Oh. Why is everything like freaking dyed yellow? Alright. That is a level 20 quest. We will be back when we are at level 25. Alright, we are level 25. So, Myla, any news of any more happenings going on holy ground? Cecil, I must apologize for my early behavior. As first sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from dangers you're not ready to face. I did not know that Leovold had become leader of the Alcaron. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would have not returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalin for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Alcaron, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alcaron near the Hammers in western Thanalin. If you go there, you might find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days, and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Cecil, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. Okay, I'm not quite sure where the hammers are, but I'll figure it out. Alright, the hammer is... oh, it's down there. Oh. I figured it'd be higher up and wasn't... I figured it'd be more in the northern regions, but it is not. Still pretty close to Ul'dah. There you are. You're right, buddy. The Sharp Sister. I'm not afraid of you. Okay. You alright? That's some fine swordsmanship, Cecil. Myla, the first sword certainly knows how to pick them. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. Still, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild. A wee lass who cried at the sight of a naked seal. But look at her now. You'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice but to rise to the occasion, though. What with all the trouble that Aldi got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard. He should have never... but never. Enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ul'dah after a short rest. You go on ahead and tell Myla that I'm fine. What is the story? I want to know the story. Don't leave me in the dark. Don't do that to me. I want to know the juicy bits. Maybe I can get it out of Myla. Cecil, I think the gods are alright. I heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Cecil, the very gladiator is seeking. Lean closer, for I would have not had the others hear my words. Aldi sent his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Thanalin. Naturally, I have not divulged his information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him and will likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me, this is hardly an inappropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. Oh. So he cheated on her. I see what's going on here. I was expecting something more than that. Really? Alright. Okay, guy, what's going on? We're gonna be fighting on the graves of dead people? That doesn't seem very respectful. I like a woman who keeps me waiting, nurtures the sense of anticipation. It's been 7 years since Milo's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old Algo through and through. But gods, when he danced with a sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Milo's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. Oh, look who it is. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Cecila? Sure, just leave it to me. No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Well, thanks, guy. You would die for this scum? Very well. Read your movements, Cecila. It's not exactly high literature. Your interference is inexcusable. This ends now! What are you gonna do? Watch it, Cecil. This kitten has claws. I'm not afraid of your 100 fists. Die! Try to take me on. Who do you think you are? You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a woman like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever, stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. She needs you, Aldi. What are you talking about? Haven't you listened to what I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there'll be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this. To give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leovold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Cecila. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. I mean, she did tell me to go have a rest, so... you still didn't answer any of my questions! Maybe Milo will be able to answer them. Why are you staring at me like that, Tesla? Something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alcaran's movements. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. That's it? That's all you're gonna tell? Alright. Now, I know the heavy armor is better. What I'm having now is not the best gear for a tank. But, since I'm not really going into dungeons, I'm not really worrying about just having, you know, tank-specific gear. At least not to level 50. But yeah, we'll be back when level 30. Alright, here we are at level 30. So, Mila, what now? Damn it all to the 7th hell. This is madness. It's Aldi. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so. And whatever I've said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alcaran must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and again, and now they're reaching out to their Monetarist allies. I didn't want to believe Wyman when he said they had such influence, but... Wait, that's it. If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Wyman. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't after all. Find Wyman and see what he can tell us. Aldi is many things, but he is not a murderer. Oh, wow. Shit's going down with him. God damn, the guy's popular. First he's been being hunted down by a bloodthirsty cult. Now he's in jail for supposedly trying to kill Sultana. What are you, Telegy at a leggy? Oh wait, no, that's not who I want to talk to. That's the samurai quest. I'm not there yet. I was wondering when you might come along, Cecila. Frankly, I'm surprised all day went so quietly. You ought to know there's no walking away from this. What happened between Aldi and Leovold 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? Best I start at the beginning then. Aldi is something of an enigma. He and Leovold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the Blood Sands, but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average Eldon loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldi was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you could imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum and his twins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time, her father fell ill and passed away. There is some oddities surrounding his death, too. It was rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced pupil, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless at conjecture, really, but it made Aldi look that much worse. In the end, Mila lost two of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leovold? He tried to go it solo on the Blood Sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldi, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man he was so desperately want to save. Though, judging from that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. Though you can't blame me for down a man found in possession of Rogger's bile. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know why they'd give it to Aldi. Could go to their headquarters at the Spulker and the Southern Thalen and ask directly, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct confrontation personally, but you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him we're even, and that I hope it was all worth it. Alright. Where the hell is the Sepulchre? I don't even know how to say that word. Sepulchre? Where am I going? I'm going up there. That place. The place you rarely ever visit. Huh. Thankfully the fate is not there, so I don't have to worry about the fate. I do have to worry about getting all the corpse brigade out of there. Thankfully, I can assize them to death. All right, time to assize them all. Yeah, I could probably grab as a white mage. I don't see why. Bitch! Alright. Who's next on the chopping block? Can I grab as a white mage? Probably not, right? Yeah, I figured as much. Away with you! What the fuck? Aw, really? You're really gonna aggro me? This is a fight you don't want to pick. Alright. Off to Ul'dah with our evidence in hand. Alright. Mila! I've got your evidence for you. Where have you been, Cecilla? Aldi has been given over into custody of the Sacarium. They mean to execute him. We must do something. This poison, is it? You have the proof that Alucard was purchased from the Corpse Brigade. Thank the gods you've done it. Quickly, we must show this to the official presiding over his execution at Highbridge. Go now! That's right. I was thinking about the other bridge in near Horizon. I don't know why I thought that was the High Bridge. Alright. Let's go help our buddy out. The Sacrium has sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. If any last... Huh? Who are you? What do you want? I've got evidence to show you. These are bold accusations to make, adventurer. However, the Sacrium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Cecilla. That Thal's scales have always yielded to wealth above all else, and Leovold's spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal! And you, what are you waiting for? Do it! What? Where did that... Aldi! Just couldn't stay away, could you? Oh, at least I don't have to steal the headsman's axe. And they just let it happen. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange? Mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. Like, you want to talk about law. I had a feeling the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So, to be a rematch? Very well, I accept. Milo and the others need you, Cecilla. Leave him to me. Alright. You need to go from the bridge, Cecilla. I heard you the first time. Trying to sneak attack. I saw your names. Up here, Cecilla. The hell did that guy come from? It's an all-out battle. That's what you get, prick. Cecilla, quickly! This is a much higher level than maybe I'm missing. Alright, come on. Get out of here. Bitch. Aldi. Aldi. Oh. Oh, what was that? You almost had me, Leovold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory. Just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept it. You ruined everything. Tell me, Aldi, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you've ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leovold. It's over. Uh-oh. Like hell's it is. I swear you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Leovold, no! And there he goes. Down to the misty depths. You know damn well none of us will see Thal's realm. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Is that it? We're not gonna get... Oh, we better get an explanation of his backstory. Because I still have questions. You can't leave it at that. I'm glad you were there, Sisla. Without you, I doubt you could have defeated the Alcaran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a great attraction. A wonderful attraction. Of course, you need a title that befits your prowess. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No. Leovold may be dead, but the Alcaran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of old Dawn's lovely ladies any longer. But I skipped it. Aldi, not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Mila. I'm known to have this effect on the fairest sex. I should let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humility. Ah, but how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Huh. Your father would be proud of you, Mila. Don't ever change. Ah, yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Sisla. 7 years ago, before my last match in the Blood Sands, I was given an offer. A sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leovold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it'll never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you'll triumph over any adversity. And in that, I bid you all farewell. And he's off. I better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to... What the hells are you looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? Huh. You think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No. It takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it is you, and you alone, who decides your destiny. Now, so, answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in the legend? Alright. Goody. Goody goody. Again, not concerned about the tank gear because I'm not gonna take this into any dungeons until level 50 at least. All right, that is done. Ulutsu, I'm ready to progress further. Oh, there you are, Cecila. Perfect timing. I've just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember, you heard this first from me, the Sultan Sworn Elite are sharing the secret skills and training Paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of Paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts. And competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Uldan Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more dare-and-do, and no more Colosseum. Just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the sworn or any other nonsense either. This is a platinum opportunity that comes but once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. Genlins is his name? I'm just gonna call you Jen. No, I'm gonna call you Lins. I guess. Fuck it. Genlins is it. And tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Alright. Do I have to be dramatic about it too? Do I have to put on a whole performance? I know where this guy is, so I need to look at the map. There you are! Sir! Yes, I'm Genlins, member of the Sultan Sworn Elite and servant to the Uldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good woman. Cecila? A fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve, but if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and the shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the paladin learns to have held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan Sworn Elite are nigh on these 600 years. Of all these sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers and the mounted guards and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But this glory of the Sultan Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the aid of able-bodied adventurers. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You'll not be inducted into the Sultan Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladin, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. Alright. That sounds like simple. That sounds like a very easy task, so let's go do that. Of all the tanks in the game, Paladin... Oh man, Paladin's probably my second least favorite. Gunbreaker's my favorite, followed by Warrior. Then it's Paladin, then it's Dark Knight. I'm not that... Dark Knight's a pretty popular job, but Dark Knight, there's something about Dark Knight I don't like. And Paladin is pretty bare bones, at least until level 60. Alright. Fight you. Alright. Wow. And yes, that's my sword. If you're in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear, or the status you claim. I am just another aging-free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of a Paladin. Here, you will be returned to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. Alright, guy. The way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a Paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Oh, okay. Alright, stranger. That's not... Alright, back to Ul'dah. Guy was a weird guy. The Paladin's armor set's actually pretty decent. I actually really like the Paladin artifact armor. And I think Paladin and Warrior have two different variants for their artifact armor, I believe. I think. No, I lied. Well, they all have. Well, every job has two different variants. One's just different colored. So never mind. Forget what I just said. No, what? No. Didn't Warrior and Paladin have two different variants of the armor sets? I don't know. We'll find out eventually. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south of Little Amigo and Thanalan. Defeat them and prove. Okay. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I have no doubt that you have proved to be an attentive pupil. That is well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost, you are a Paladin now, a custodian of traditions ancient and noble. A free Paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all lands and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord but to yourself. You are a nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a free path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the Paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of the Paladins of eras past. She who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's Fang! You already possess a crystal? And you say it was given to you by an unknown free Paladin who told you to hand it to me? Yes. Or is this crystal of which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Curse him! He has made a mockery of the trial. The crystal you bear is indeed the soul of the Paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultan Sworn. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor of whom I have been seeking these many moons. He is an oath-breaker who bent the knee to the Ul'dah Sultanate and swore allegiance to the Sultan Sworn, but then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor on the Paladin way? This soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a Paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of the Sultan Sworn. That traitor is no Sultan Sworn, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he has insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules more than a nuisance. But through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultansworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultansworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I bent my knee to the Sultana in sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you're able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. Nice! Paladins unlocked! Yes! Alright. Let's equip that little stone, add it to our rock collection. We are a paladin! My hotbars are fucked up! Yeah! Alright. That is the level 30 Gladiator and Paladin quest. So, when we come back, I'll do the usual. And then we'll be 30 and then when we return, we'll be level 35. Alright. We are level 35. Jen, my teacher, my master, what is my next trial? What is that? What's this? Oath Mastery? Oh, interesting. Oops. Alright. You've earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and a well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an example of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultansworn could walk streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respectful than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised me to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. He became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground, fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street and slicing at their heels before my father had time to thank him. Even today, I can see the captain as he was then. Blood in his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted was to be a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultansworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named Captain of the Sultansworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then the honor of the Sultansworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There are many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultansworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah. In time, it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultansworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultansworn to survive, we must find the traitor and recover the Oathkeeper. But the Sultansworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a good thing that we ask, and that you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. Now, out of La Nocia, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone the skills that will teach you. In the grove, you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Alright, I believe the fully maxed out relic weapon is Oathkeeper? I can't remember what the maxed out the fully upgraded Paladin relic is called. I could be wrong. It could be something completely different, but I want to say it's Oathkeeper. Wow, we're actually going over there, huh? I think this is like the only time you ever go down towards that hovel. Unless you're doing hunting logs, but officially this is like the only time you ever come down here. Maybe this place will become prominent in the expansion. Who knows? All right. Fight these ringtails. I'm the best ever. Oh, there's more. As you can see, Paladin is very bare bones. It starts getting expanded out a little bit. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, that's the fate. God, there's a lot of them. But Paladin gets expanded out a little bit from 50 to 60, and they really get expanded out from 60 to 80, definitely. I think around 70, Paladin actually becomes fun to use. At least that's how it felt for me. But Paladin didn't become bearable to play until at least level 60, where he had more of a skill set to use. Because really, the Fast Blade, Riot Blade, and Rage Halone is literally your only combo for 1 through 50. There was another combo, but they got rid of it. It wasn't really much of a combo, but yeah. This is your only combo. It's your only set of attacks for Paladin from 1 to 50. Besides the Total Eclipse and the Circle of Scorn. Other than that, it's extremely bare bones. Oh, that's why Paladin is not my favorite of the tanks. All right. Well done, you have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Sweet! And now my gauge has been expanded. What the gauge does, because I think this actually, besides White Mage, or no. Yeah, besides White Mage, I think this is the first time you've actually seen a gauge. Well, no, White Mage and Black Mage, I think. I don't remember. But, what the gauge does, as far as I know, the gauge is only good for 2 things. Cover and Sheltron. Other than that, the gauge is pretty useless. Oh well. That is a level 35 quest, so we will be back when I am level 40. We're just steamrolling through this, man. Alright, we are level 40. So, Jen, my pal, what is my next trial? Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you sister. You have kept the faith, and in return I must have faith in you. It's time that you knew the truth, though it is hard to share, for it is a shame that I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Zolkzygal. Zolkzygal? I'm just gonna call you Sulk. And he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man whom I admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, until that is, he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monetarists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Sulk was still captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he'd spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me as captain to restore the honor and name of the Sultan Sworn. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then, and only then, can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. So, you must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. To complete the next step of your training, you must do this. Go to Yagrum River in the eastern Thanalan and find the brazier that we have placed there. By lighting it, you'll draw the ear of the Lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take to heart what you've learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. Alright, that sounds like a simple task to do. Let's go light some more. Let's light some more braziers. Did I say briars before? If I did, I meant braziers. Alright, where am I going? Way over there, huh? Oh. Where am I going? In the water? Yep. Kind of weird for having a brazier right in the middle of a river, but whatever. It's very oddly placed. Cutting down some fish. I still have dinner for tonight. Some cooked lepidotes. Alright, so how many am I going to take down now? There were a lot of losses last time when I had to light the brazier. There's so many! Dead! All dead. Not to worry. We've got this handled. Oh, Ragnarok, but I need you to finish your defender tree so I can start the healer. I mean, I can always re-roll the stats, but I don't want to. Well, not the stats, but the skills. Because eventually I'll be branching out to other trees anyway. Oh shit. No, not there. Get me out of here. I've already been here. I'm not ready to become a freaking goldsmith yet. That's still a little bit of ways away. We still have to finish Warrior and then go through the galleries first before I even think about the crafters. Good, you mastered new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor Sulk. We are closer to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must be landed. Alright. Sweet! Gimme that! Alright, short and quick. I like it. We'll be back when we're level 45. We're getting closer to the end. Well, not the end, but the part 1 of 3 endings. Well, welcome, friend. Yeah, I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I've been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Sulk was only captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultan Sworn met with untimely deaths. But strangely, our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged the favor of an old friend and received permission to inspect medical records kept by Frondale's Prontistery. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night, in the barracks, but in nearly every case, there were signs that poison had played a role in their demise. Yes, poison. Carefully, invisibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the Monetarist, a society so secretive that we believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan Sworn elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without help within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of the Sultan Sworn who might become future commanders, all of them slain by an invisible hand, and with their deaths, the way was open to Sulk to become the Sultan Sworn's youngest captain in a century. The Monteras were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan Sworn, to purge the ranks of its greatness and inebriate it, so that it can no longer carry on its duty to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. Which begs the question, how did Sulk remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss when men better than him had succumbed? There can be only one explanation. He was the Monetarist cat's paw, the turncloak in our midst. Needless to say, I'm more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the gallant armor, the legendary raiments worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultan Sworn. In accordance with the Sultan Sworn tradition, the set that will be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultan Sworn themselves if you are to claim their armor. Alright, that sounds simple enough. Well, this tells me absolutely nowhere. Alright, over there. Alright. So one's up here, one's down below, and there's 2 by the dungeon. Okay. Alright, Mr. Paladin. Okay, I'll take my armor. Thank you very much. Now we gotta go down here. I'll take your armor. It's funny seeing these guys in like clothes and armor, but then they hold like a twig for a weapon. Though I can't really say much because white mages have a white mage's freaking queen's relic weapon as a freaking stick, so I can't really say much. I still can't get over the fact that it's a freaking stick. Why white mages always get the shaft when it comes to the relic weapons? I think I don't remember what the relic weapons for Stormblood and Heavensward were, but I think there were sticks too. Cyrus is the only decent one. Oh, hello. Speaking of sticks. Where the hell did that come from? Hello? Oh, there you are. I was about to say, where the fuck? There's a white mage in my mists. Alright, give me my armor. Yoink. More armor for my collection. Alright, back to Ul'dah. Armor I'll never use. Yeah, I think Warrior and Paladin have armor variants for their relic weapons. I think you get the second variant when you hit level 50. At least, I think that's how it works before. And now that might have changed, but we'll see. But I know there's two different variants. Good, the armor is yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you're ready to face Sulk the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I've discovered his hiding place and made contact with through emissaries. We're negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. I'm ready now. Oh, the recovery of Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultan Sworn. I have told Sulk that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Otherwise, shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take south of Forgotten Shores in the Sagoli Desert. Give me your map and I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, and we must prepare for anything. You may be certain that the Monetaras will not take kindly to a surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monetaras discover Sulk is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, we must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately as to not attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. I keep forgetting that you can hide the HUD when you're in dialogue. It's like one of those obscure features in the game they don't tell you about, much like the virtual mouse and everything. What the hell's going on here? Hello? Oh, there's a fight. That's why. It's like, wait a minute. What is this NPC doing? Oh, there's a sword. Oh boy. This doesn't look good. It's a big sword too. It doesn't look like the Oathkeeper. So, you dared to come. You're a brazen one, I'll grant you that. But how did you really think I wouldn't find out? What's going on? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultan Sworn have told me the truth. I know you're working in league with the traitor and the Monetarists. Excuse me? Confess! With your dying breath, you'll tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it. You got the wrong person, buddy. Do you dare accuse my own Sultan Sworn of lying? We are comrades in arms, every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word when set against theirs? We know the meaning of honor. You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the Paladin that the traitor's soul gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a Paladin, and as such, you're bound by a code of honor that is unforgiving as it is noble. Traitor! I sentence you to death! I decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows! Excuse me, sir. You're being fed lies! Fine, I'll take you all on. I'm not afraid of your Sultan Sworn. Save whatever dignity you have left and accept your fate. Something's going on, but you're being fed lies, buddy. I'm sorry, but I have to knock some sense into you. How dare you use arts against us? You're the one who attacked us. You're the one who attacked me. I don't want to hear about that. Confess, damn you, confess! I'm not gonna confess something I didn't do. You're crazy. Yeah. I'll teach you not to mess with me. You cannot do this. I am the greatest swordsman. You're superior in every way. You were blinded, Genlins, by your own conviction. Jen, remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultan Sworn. Those men were assassins in service to the Monotarists. The moment you outlived your usefulness, that you were to be killed. You and this free paladin of yours. Liar! You were their agent! You betrayed us for them! You were always naive, Jen. You're too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think. The information you uncovered. How did you come by it? Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purposes? You and the paladins under your command are the Monoterrorist lapdogs. Jen, you have been led a merry dance and follow their lead every step. Then, you were never a traitor? You were innocent? I have wronged you. And he's down. Easy now. Your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need to rest. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You become a fine warrior, and learn all there is to know about the way of the paladin. Think perhaps that you're not aware just how much you've grown. Well, it's time you were made aware, Paladin. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. I like how his head's just like clipping through his shield. Nice. Alright. Back to Ul'dah. Hi, buddy. How you feeling? Paladin, I've done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal. But far more important than that, Sulk is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monoterrors and restore the Sultan Sworn to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and, when the time is right, strike hard at our enemies. Alright. Nice. Alright, that is the level 45 quest, so we will be back when we are level 50. Alright, we are level 50. So, Jen, what's my final task, buddy? Let's find out. Welcome, Paladin. I'd hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust. So I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Sulk, recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these last few years in a solitary war against the Monoterrors. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monoterrors who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted the lie that Sulk was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's Embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Sulk. Sulk was no traitor, as I should well have known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of mummers and flatterers, and... No, that was not the way of it. It was not their lies that made me blind, but my desire, nay, obsession to restore our honor. For the Saltsworn and all paladins who have bent the knee to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in doing so, lost sight of my true duty. Sulk understood what was happening, and that is why he gave me the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live, he was telling me. Where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the Monoterrorists. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I am fleeing to Snowcloak and Korthus. When the Monoterrors hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance. However, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Sulk has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. I'm sorry that you have been caught up in our own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it's time you traveled your own path. Ah yes, Sulk wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in central Thanalin. Allow me to mark the location on your map. Isn't that little dangerous guy? Okay. If you say so, if you can handle yourself, who might stop you? Alright. Where am I going? Way over there, huh? Hiding in the mines, I see. Thank you for coming, Sessa. We didn't have much time, but so I'll be blunt. Jedin's will die if he faces Death's Embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you are the woman I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. Yeah, you had me come out all the way out here? Why? You could have told me this in a more fitting place. Alright, off the snow cloak. Oh boy. Got one more battle job to do, and all of the Realm Reborn, all of the base jobs are at level 50. Well, all the base battle jobs. And once I'm done with Warrior, I will be doing the Gatherers. Taking a break from all the battle classes. And after the Gatherers are level 50, then it's the Crafters. Shouldn't be too long, but with the Ishgard restoration, I just gotta figure out how it all works. You're fighting. What are you guys doing? I thought you guys were supposed to be fighting Death's Embrace. You as well. I told you to go to the ground. This isn't your fight. First Sulk, now you. Are you both so eager to die? You forget that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and do so of our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is one we swear to ourselves. Look at that, the Zantetsuken, my favorite one-handed sword in the entire game. It makes you feel like such a it makes you feel like a badass when you wield it and swing it around. Just look at the thing. Out of all the one-handed swords, this one's by far my favorite. Yes, it doesn't have a cool glow like some of the other, specifically the relic weapons do, but I don't care. Nothing beats the Zantetsuken for me. Look at that! Yeah! Alright. Sure, the Monteros have gone to greater lengths than this. Those voices were called forth by a mage who I suspect is observing as we speak. Spread on search for anything unusual, but tread lightly. This could very well be a trap. Alright. We're going off to explore. Ooh, what's that? A glowing grimoire. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Up above! It's the mage! The grimoire! It's a trap! Whoa! Give me the star shower. Get down here. Damn you! Sulk, Cecil, are you injured? How disappointing. I had hoped to finish this quickly. Not that I expected to live much longer. Cut them assassins quickly, but where that mage? I'll leave them to you. His magic is not to be trifled with. Really? So far he's not putting on an impressive show. Where'd that monstrosity come from? Over there, look! The grimoire is the source. I'll hold the beast at bay. Jen, Cecil, destroy the grimoire! Oh, he's dead. Well, that was fun. It was very anticlimactic. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you even managed to prise the scales from Jin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the Monoterror's dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultan's sworn again. I trust you'll see to this mess, Jens. Yes, sir. Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden, it's too much for the likes of me. The Monoterrors may have stolen the Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oaths, Jens, and so, as for your leadership, well, ask this Paladin if she learned anything from you. And off he goes. No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultan's sworn, he cannot return. No, I followed my own path, and on it I will stay. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultan's sworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? And he's walking towards a cliff. Okay, there he goes. I thought he was gonna walk straight into the full cliff. Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I'll have something for you. Sweet. Sweet. Let's go get our final piece of relic armor. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultan. You have served us loyally. You did what was just. Followed the Paladin way and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and that is what made you strong. Strong enough to defeat me. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultan, nor to rescue our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hollowed blades. Sulk has left to wander the nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our rulers centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultan. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. But listen to me. Noble words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, it's something that will serve you rather better. This sacred armor has been kept within the Sultan for many generations. It was only given to those Sultan who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that, for the first time since it left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultan. If I allowed myself to be a slave of tradition, the paladin who deserves it the most would never wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of fine plate? Just one thing. If anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. Well, what am I supposed to tell them then? Wow, does that provoke? Okay, no, it's hollow ground. I was about to say. Hold on a minute. Sweet. Already done all that. I know how it works. All right. And that is the end of the Paladin 1 through 50 quest line. So, I almost dropped my controller. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Later.